reports state that Ava admitted to getting the idea to prank 911 from a YouTube challenge.
Oh my God. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to RICHLEV Fam. Yay! Now today we're going to be checking out 11-year-old's prank ends in a felony charge. Now that's a pretty intense title. Now comment down below if you ever pulled a prank on someone and how far you've actually gone doing the prank. And if you've gone too far, you better be honest. But without further ado, get your popcorn and let's eat.
So there was a text message from someone saying they were behind a car. Their friend was kidnapped from a Chick-fil-A in Palm Coast, and they were on the interstate behind the car.
Everything on your phone is telling me that...
Wait. Okay, so we already know beforehand this is the kid. So the kid just randomly thought of this, bro? How do you randomly thought about not only, you know, pranking about a friend getting kidnapped and then having an exact location for it? Now something's telling me your brain works in mysterious ways. You might be a little smarter than I think. You might be a little female Dexter, bro. Just straight menace.
You made a phone call 911.
But I didn't talk.
What?
Because you did something stupid.
Bro. Oh.
On July
That's crazy. So she actually ended up getting arrested? Being 11 years old, so you just go to a juvenile, right?
26, 2023,
Yeah.
dispatchers in Volusia County receive urgent 911 text from a driver who claims to be following an armed kidnapper's van on the interstate.
No
When
way.
they trace the phone, however, they learn the messages are coming from a residence in Port Orange, turning a plea for help into an unexpected lesson in consequences.
So how is this supposed to be a prank? Like, who just comes up with this? As an 11-year-old kid, what are you doing calling the cops pretending that there's a kidnapper, bro? Like, that's just what you guys are interested in nowadays? Not even the Roblox, PBS Kids, nothing?
I'm telling you this right now. You're going to take this as a lesson at 11 years old that if you do something stupid in the future, you're going to enjoy those cuffs.
I'm not gonna do this again.
The following report is based on official police records, and the footage has mostly never been seen before until now. It's just after 9:45 a.m. when 911 begins receiving texts from someone named Lily Lee Combs. She claims to be following a kidnapper's van on the interstate, and updates are still pouring in. Volusia County deputies, multiple area...
I wonder if they're going to show, like, the actual call logs or like, actually expose her talking to the police.
Police departments and a helicopter join the urgent search.
Wow,
When
they had a
locate
helicopter?
the van, a deputy tries calling the phone number that's been sending the text messages.
Now, that's crazy because obviously cops have to take every threat serious and stuff, and especially when it's something about kidnapping, bro. And they said helicopter. Imagine the fuel that's wasted, you know what I'm saying? Imagine how many other calls and other situations they could have helped out, bro. That's why punishments for this are so harsh, because you're literally wasting time on people that could save other people's lives.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Whoa, this is the
this
call.
what's your name? Can you hear me?
Bro,
Hello?
she's not even answering,
Trying to reach
dude.
the person that called 911.
She's so nervous, like, she don't even know what to do, bro.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? Oh, shit, I'm up.
Yeah, she hung up because she knows she's fucked up, bro.
Message for 3.
Oh, it's going to voicemail.
Oh.
It says, RP confirming they are in a blue Jeep. Victim is in a white van. They can see they are being restrained through the windows.
What the
At the turnaround?
A new text message
Like, she's obviously at home right now. Like, why? I just want to know why, bro. Maybe she'll explain it later.
comes through, including a detailed description of the suspect, who's described as having brown hair and blue eyes.
What?
How is she behind?
She gave all the whole description of the person, the car, where they're at. Like, what kind of brain do you have, bro? Like, we actually need to study this kid's brain, bro. I don't think she's okay.
You know? She's seeing this happen and she knows what color eyes he has. That's weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, bro.
Brown hair and blue eyes, but she's behind him. Like, maybe she was like saw the incident.
Yeah, how the hell you gonna see his eyes, bro, in a car? Because you don't even know if the car's windows are tinted. She didn't include that detail or nothing. How do you know specifically an eye color, bro? You have to be up in someone's face to know an eye color.
Kidnapping, or I mean, like, how would you even be following them and know any of this?
Facts.
Yeah, RP confirming they are in a blue Jeep, victim in a white van. Of course, it's a white van. Like, it just.
Oh
You know what
my.
I mean, I'm not saying this by any means, but it's just. Yeah. I've had calls like this.
No, honestly, if I was a cop, bro, as soon as I saw that little girl answer the phone and then she just hangs up and stuff, bro, I'll be like, oh yeah, this is fake. It's cooked, bro.
Their suspicions about the text messages are all but confirmed when a GPS trace on the phone comes back to a residence in Port Orange, indicating the texter is not traveling on the highway as they claimed. Deputies quickly head to the residence to investigate.
Wow.
Hi there, how you doing? Is this your residence, sir?
This is.
Oh my God, that's a big house. Look at all this land, bro. How big you guys think this land is in acres?
Do you have a daughter or a child at the home named by Lily Lee?
No.
No?
Where's this at?
Anybody home?
Yeah, my wife, my kids. We just got home from Pennsylvania. I have an Ava and a Mikey.
Ava and a Mikey?
Yep.
1 Delta 516.
Would you like to see them?
The deputies follow him to his house, where he informs his wife what's going on.
Damn, look at all this land, bro.
There was a 911 call.
Yeah, so somebody called in, or well, they texted.
Sorry, I'm in my pajamas.
No, it's fine.
You're fine.
Someone texted into 911 that someone was getting kidnapped and they were on the interstate. But then when they went and did like a location on the phone, the address was showing up here.
As their daughter Ava steps into the garage,
Chat, honestly, what would you do if you like had a kid and like they did this, bro? Like, what is the correct punishment? Like, what do you even do? I mean, as you can see, she's probably gonna get charged and get arrested and stuff. So I honestly think that's probably the appropriate decision because like you can't do something that goddamn serious and not get punished for it.
her phone rings. The deputy answers it, leading to a shocking conclusion.
Hello?
Wow.
Hold on. Who's this?
Volusia County Sheriff's Office.
All right, cool. This is Deputy Asby, the Sheriff's Office.
Oh, good. You got her.
Yep. All right.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Your dad home?
Yep. I got both her parents here.
So they've
Yeah,
been
we're gonna
there.
ask the sheriff to go away in a second.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
What happened? I'm so.
Let me see this phone.
Yeah, so
Uh-oh.
all these other numbers. So there's a phone call out to 911.
There's a phone call out to
Yeah.
that one? What time?
That's
There's
her
one right
call. That's
here.
her calling it.
There's 911 again right there.
This phone was called
These
in.
numbers calling back in are
Damn.
no caller ID.
You did.
Well, there's 3 different times.
Bro, don't lie now, bro. Like it's in their face. The proof is right there. You can't even lie out of this.
911 was called out from this phone.
9:30 a.m.
Yep.
That was the initial call.
Twice.
Wow.
I didn't mean to call that because I. But you did.
What you mean you didn't mean to call it? There's literally evidence of you texting, bro. Not only did you call or whatever, it shows like texts of you like providing a specific description of people, cars, and everything, bro. Like, there's no way you're that bored.
Reports show that the number belonging to Ava dialed 911 at 9:30. When asked where the emergency is, a female identified as possibly a juvenile responded, "I'm sorry, I dialed the wrong number." The same phone number would later begin texting 911 to report the kidnapping.
When did?
What the?
I'm just so confused.
So you called and canceled it, and then you proceeded to text after? What is the purpose of this, bro?
I'm sorry. When did you guys? You got a message about an interstate?
Like, as these parents, like, they're probably so confused and so mad right now, because, like, what the... Like, this nigga was just, you know, cleaning his backyard and shit. She was probably just chilling in her pajamas, and then they got cops showing up to their house talking about their daughter's, like, faking a kidnapping and shit. Like,
So
God
there was a
damn.
text message from someone saying they were behind a car.
Could I call this
Who
back?
was kidnapped.
That's
Their friend was kidnapped from a Chick-fil-A in Palm Coast, and they were on the interstate
Wow.
behind the car.
What time is this?
A Chick-fil-A,
This is
all right.
yeah, this is today. This
Oh,
is
we
actively
got
going on
home
right
at
now.
2:30 in the morning,
Okay.
so we were here the whole time since 2:30. We were on the interstate coming home from
everything's showing that
Pennsylvania.
Right.
you called
We,
out.
we showed up here like 2:10, 2:15
Okay.
And we went to bed.
But these 911 calls
for this
out.
morning. You were calling that.
So they got back from going somewhere at 2:30 a.m. and she woke up on demon timing, bro. She woke up on demon timing like, what am I gonna do today? I'm not gonna play Roblox. I'm not gonna eat snacks. I'm not gonna do schoolwork. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call 911 for no fucking reason. And I'm gonna send them text descriptions of the people for no reason.
You were. Don't look surprised. You did. You
Did
did
you?
it on your phone.
Did they say anything to you?
Wow.
No one said anything to you?
Did you say, Ava? You have to explain what happened here. Something's
Yeah, at
going
this
on.
point, bro, you gotta just start talking, bro. Like, you're caught in your tracks.
What did you know? What do you know?
Mikey, go inside. Ava, get your shoes on. Come out here.
You're not in trouble. I just need to know what happened. I need to
Don't lie to her, mommy. She's in trouble. She's in big trouble, mommy.
know and understand because this is like weird.
Because we got to make sure that there's not somebody that's being kidnapped on the interstate and we're trying to find them. And all of
Open
a
your
sudden-
mouth if you said
Yeah.
something on the phone.
I didn't say anything,
Everything
Oh,
on your
stop
phone
lying.
is telling me that you made a phone call 911.
but I didn't talk.
While one deputy
What the
heads to her
hell?
cruiser, she greets officers from the Port Orange Police Department who have just arrived at the scene.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh, I was just trying to make heads or tails of that damn call. There's
Where's-
so many notes in it, my God.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out. We're with the parents and the daughter, and I guess
Okay.
the daughter did have. We pulled up the call log, and she did call 911.
So the whole armed kidnapping thing and all that stuff is bogus, or?
Pretty much, bro.
There was no text evidence when we looked through it, so I don't know if she deleted it real quick or if
She
it was
definitely
like through,
deleted it.
through an app. Yeah, it seems it's probably just the swatting thing. She's like 10 years old. So.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the thing, bro. Like swatting at 10 years old, that's pretty much swatting because you're sending the whole freaking team to go search for somebody that don't fucking exist. Like imagine if they actually found somebody with the description, like just because, and they got pulled over and like, you know what I'm saying, arrested or whatever, just for no reason, just because it's dumbass kid.
While Ava's parents demand an explanation, deputies prepare to Mirandize the 11-year-old, who has yet to fully grasp the gravity of the situation.
You just lied to the police and mommy and daddy. You just lied to everybody.
You have 3 sheriffs here for stupidity.
Tell them what you just said to us.
Open your mouth. I'm telling you, open your mouth.
She's gonna read.
Oh, she said something.
And then we're gonna ask you some questions. What's your name? Ava. How old are you, Ava?
All right, Miss Ava, you have the right to remain silent.
Like at 11, what is your interest in calling the cops in the first place? Like, it just doesn't make any sense, bro. Like I'm trying to imagine myself as an 11-year-old, like trying to take myself back in time, all the way back when I was 11, 1875. All I was doing was eating snacks, going to school, and playing on the slide, bro.
Anything you say can be used against you.
And pooping on the slide, because I accidentally pooped my pants.
In court, you have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before we ask you any questions and to have the lawyer present during any questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before my questioning if you wish.
We're reading her rights.
Uh-oh.
Because you did something stupid.
Right.
Let me explain.
Yeah, it's not only stupid, this is actually like super dangerous. Because like I said, you are wasting resources that can be used to save other people. Because obviously they're going to take any threat serious. Come on, this is a very serious thing. Like I don't know how you pick up the phone, call 911 and play around like this like it's a joke, bro.
Something here, okay? You can cry about this. What you've done here is a felony, okay?
It's
a
crazy.
felony crime, and you probably had 20 law enforcement officers at least, a helicopter, and all running with lights and siren on high speed to try to apprehend or try to stop a serious forcible felony from happening.
Facts, bro. This is not GTA 6, bro. That shit don't release till 2026.
You know what happens if one of those officers crashes and gets killed on the way to responding to something that you did as a joke?
Facts.
So you better take this serious.
Under pressure from both her father and the deputy, Ava offers an excuse for her actions.
What does she say?
Which doesn't sit well with the deputy.
What does she say?
Ava, you need to tell the exact truth. I don't want a story. I don't care what it is. I want the exact truth.
You can't make this go away by being quiet. The only thing that's going to happen to you is you're going to end up in a pair of handcuffs going to our juvenile facility. I'm not going to mince any words with you. That's a very distinct possibility of what can happen here today. Don't look at your mother. She didn't
Honestly, I think he's just telling her this to soften her up, but honestly, I think she's going in a juvenile no matter what.
have any part in this. This was all you.
Yesterday, I think my brother said something that I know just made me pop in the head, and then I ended up going to check and doing all this.
So, because your brother mentioned 911, which I don't know why, but because he mentioned 911, that put the idea in your head that let me go and prank the fucking police. Are you serious right now? That is not an excuse, buddy. Oh my God. Like, I know she's 11-year-old, she don't know no better, but God damn, it's just, I'm really trying to put myself in her shoes. I just don't understand. Like, what goes in your head at 11-year-old to do this?
Was he part of planning this with you?
No, he just said it, and then
What did he say?
Yeah, what did he say?
he said, what's 911?
This is your brother?
Bro.
Yeah, he said it this way. You want to get him?
Well, we can, when we're done, will you wait a minute?
And then,
That's what I'm saying too. She could also be lying, bro, trying to put it on her brother, because that's what little kids do, bro. You know how it is, bro. When you have siblings and you get in trouble, you find some way to involve them, bro. It's like, oh well, you know what? Actually, I might have hit the dog, but my sibling actually whispered in my ear, "Hey, go and hit the dog, bro." So I really felt guilty for not listening to my sibling. I felt like if I didn't do it, then he would get mad at me and tell on me, and then I would get spanked or something. Shut your bitch.
So you're trying to blame this on your brother?
Yeah.
Did he was he with you when you
Oh, I was about to say, like, he sounded like he was younger, and the mother confirmed that he's 7, bro. So you took advice from a 7.
made this call?
no,
Okay, was he with you when you made these texts?
no.
Okay, then you did this. You were on your own for this.
You can't blame your little bro,
and if
man.
your brother's 7 years old, you're not going to blame your 7-year-old brother for this. This was all your decision.
Bro, I know 11 is young, but she's old enough to know her decisions. Like, she's old enough to know what's right and what's wrong, you know? So she shouldn't be doing this, bro, no matter what anybody says. Come on, man.
Okay.
I feel bad for the parents, bro. Like, they actually look innocent, being really good with the situation in terms of, like, you know, letting her know that she's doing stupid things and stuff. They're not sugarcoating, not trying to, like, be all spoiled and stuff. I kind of feel bad, though, because, like, they just look like a hardworking family. And then, you know what I'm saying, their daughter just brings on some bullshit like this, bro.
To call 911 to say what? What did he say to call 911?
Just call 911.
So can I ask?
What if he told you to go up on the roof and jump off the roof? Would you do that?
That's what I'm saying.
So what's the difference?
Deputies
Gotta
will
teach kids that at the young age, bro. Like, you don't just do shit just because people say it or just because other people do it, bro.
soon discover the startling truth
be a sheep.
behind Ava's fabricated story. For now, Ava's mother raises concerns about recent questionable activity on Ava's phone, but it does little to impact the situation.
So I have something really weird with that phone. When we first got that, the phone kept ringing non-stop, ringing in to me. And I was picking it up and there was like people talking and like, I'm like, hello, and like non-stop, like I mean every 4 seconds there was a call.
Okay, how is this relevant to what's going on though, Mom? Like, I'm trying to be on your side here, but how is this relevant? Like, are you gonna try to tie this into somehow 911 called her? Because the call was outgoing.
Random numbers and I didn't know that.
Not incoming.
And I was saying block contact. Like as soon as we got that phone number.
Okay,
well, like
that has nothing to do with
Yeah.
what's on today.
Questions about her intentions lead
I
to
know she's just being a mother and she's just, you know, having her back and stuff, so can't be too mad. But yeah, that literally has absolutely nothing to do with the situation, bro. Like, the calls were outgoing, which means you called them specifically, and the texts were outgoing, bro. Like, she sent the text from her phone.
a harsh reality check from the deputy, who forces
Nobody
Ava
forced her
to
to do
consider
that.
the possible consequences of the false report.
What were you planning on happening out of this?
Oh my God.
Well, what did you think was going
It was honestly a joke. Your life's about to become a joke. The adoption center is open now. Nah, but for real, bro, like, this is not a joke. Why would you even think this is a joke? To call 911. Like, you know what 911 is. You know it's the cops. Like, you're old enough to know that. So what makes you think that calling the cops and faking something that's happening, especially something as serious as a kidnapping? Like, how, like, honestly, why are you even thinking about anything kidnapping-wise as a fucking 11-year-old, bro?
somebody was kidnapped and somebody had a gun? What did you think was going to happen? Well, did you have any thoughts about how much of the law enforcement resources in this area you were going to take up by doing that? I probably never thought of that, right? Did you think of the men and women that have families at home that are driving 90 or 100 miles an hour with their lights and siren on, trying to save somebody who's a victim of an armed kidnapping, that they could be involved in a traffic crash and be seriously injured or killed?
Facts.
Because you wanted to make a joke? Does that seem funny to you? Would that be funny if that happened?
Like, that's the thing with kids, bro. They just think everything's funny, bro. Like, not everything's funny. You think pranking the cops was just a funny joke? Like, you were just gonna get away with it? Like, it was a Roblox game or something? Now, watch Roblox actually make a game about this.
Because I can tell you that would be even more serious than what you're looking at right now.
You physically see your father walk up to sheriffs, military, everybody, thank you for your service. And then you do like this?
Wow.
Though it wasn't captured on camera, reports state that Ava admitted to getting the idea to prank 911 from a YouTube challenge.
Oh my God. Oh my God, there's no freaking way. You know what? I'm not even surprised by this. This actually makes more sense than the whole brother thing. Because, like, I'm sure there is videos of, like, YouTubers trying to prank 911 stuff. I don't know how that would be allowed, though. I feel like that would be against community guidelines. Because that's literally against the law. Like, you're breaking the law on a YouTube video. I don't think that's good. Maybe somebody, like, clickbaited something and, you know, made fun of one of those stupid-ass kid channels. Like, we're gonna call 911 and tell them blah, blah, blah. But they actually, like, called their fucking friend or something. Like, dude, there's no way that's a real thing on YouTube. But it makes sense that she got a stupid idea from YouTube, because there's a lot of stupid things on YouTube, bro.
And a deputy attempts to get more details.
Where was this video that you saw? Where was it? On YouTube?
On YouTube.
Do you remember who the creator was or who the poster was, what it was about?
Yeah, we need to know the creator.
What do you mean by all of this? This as in what?
Yeah, what are you talking about? The Palm Coast.
So it was a video about the Palm Coast Chick-fil-A. That's it. That's all the video was about?
So did she really just take a situation from YouTube that was probably like a Reddit story, or you guys know those YouTube shorts where it's like, I kissed my brother and sat on his lap, like one of those fucking those stupid ass story time TikToks that just, you know, say a story, she just copied it and pasted it to the cops?
Gotcha. So, yep. So you saw a video that somebody made about how fun it would be to call 911 or text 911 and say somebody's got a gun, somebody's trying to get hurt.
Stupid.
You gotta be fun to recreate that. Is that what you're
Bro, this dad is like rethinking life right now, bro. He's like, there's no way my kid is doing this.
telling me? Okay. Okay.
However, Ava is about to realize an apology won't be enough to escape the consequences. Meanwhile, one deputy reveals that he was able to reach Ava by phone just before their arrival and got a less than friendly response from the young girl.
Oh, really?
27 minutes, she lied
let
to
me
the
see.
dispatcher or the call taker over text, and then when I caught her up, she told me to F myself and stop responding.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So this shit just got worse, bro. So not only you lying to the cops and stuff, now you're trying to act all sorry, but they called you and stuff and you telling them to f themselves, bro. Oh my God. So now you got a potty mouth too?
Cut her up. Like, got her caught up. Like,
wow.
Hey, you know what's up? The jig's up.
That's when she started deleting more text messages.
Based on Ava's statements, deputies decide there's enough probable cause to arrest Ava.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was like kind of leaning on the side of like maybe she shouldn't get arrested. Maybe they should just cuff her, just put her in the car, take her to a police station and just let her go home or whatever. But now that I know that she like, you know, really doubled down on it and like cursed them out and stuff or whatever and think this shit's all funny and fun and games, then okay, then we gotta play those games then, kid. We gotta play those games. You wanna play Roblox, call the police in real life? Okay, you gonna play go to jail in real life. And also right at the adoption center.
Prepare to take the 11-year-old into custody.
Bro. Oh my God.
He can't sit in a dentist's office, that's why I'm saying.
Wait, what?
He can't sit in a dentist's office.
The dentist chair?
Deep breath.
Damn.
Listen carefully. Don't make this.
Damn. Either way, like I know the parents, you know, they understand the situation. They understand she's in trouble and she did something wrong, but at the same time, I feel for them as parents. Like, I just can't imagine like having any type of situation with cops, bro. Like that just like puts goosebumps in my skin.
She'll be out there.
Wow.
So stop. Listen to me. Ava, stop struggling, okay? They're not going to hurt you. Yeah, they're not going to hurt you. Listen carefully what's going to happen here. No one's going to hurt you. You're going to sit in the car for now.
Chat, what do you honestly think right now? Comment down below. Do you think this is actually a fair punishment for her to like actually go to jail, get handcuffed and all that, get the whole experience of getting arrested for this?
Okay? If you go somewhere, what it's going to involve is taking pictures, taking fingerprints, and then they're going to call your parents to come and get you. So don't make the situation any worse. They'll be up shortly after that.
Go in the car?
No, you can't go in the
No,
car.
I'm pretty sure they can't go.
It just can't happen.
I'm telling you this right now, you're going to take this as a lesson at 11 years old, that if you do something stupid in the future, you're going to enjoy those cuffs.
I'm not going to do this again.
Ava is placed into the back of the police car.
You feel bad because it's a kid and stuff, but hey, I ain't gonna lie, like, me personally, obviously, I don't know, I kind of have a soft spot when it comes to kids and stuff, but at the same time, she did something that was very, very bad, and she really didn't have remorse for it until they actually showed up at her door, bro. Like, telling the cops, go fuck yourself or whatever, and, like, that's just going too far, man. You can't do that and not get punished for it, bro. She's probably gonna be at the juvenile hall for a couple hours or maybe a day or whatever. Like, it's not like she's not gonna spend the rest of her life there or even like more than a few days, I'm pretty sure. But still, you know, she has to get punished. She has to get this scare so that in the future she becomes a better person, which I believe she will, bro.
Her father delivers a few hard truths.
I'm just warning you, you're not going to sit for a couple hours. They're going to be bringing you into a building. fingerprinting you, doing all sorts of stupid for your stupid. Your life just changed, kid.
Yeah.
Over a phone call, your life just changed.
Minutes later, the reality of the situation continues to have an emotional impact on her parents.
I can only imagine. Like I said, I feel the worst for the parents right now, bro. Because like I said, I mean, we don't know people. I'm just looking at the camera and what I'm seeing right now and how they responded to the situation. You know, they look like a humble family that's just trying to get by, bro. Trying to provide for their kids and stuff. And that's what hurts me the most, bro. They don't look like they raised their kid to act like this, you know? And sometimes, bro, you can't really control everything your kid does. You know, the only thing I would probably critique for them is just her having a phone and having the freedom to do whatever she wants on the phone, including this. But other than that, bro, like, I think from my perspective, from what I'm seeing, I think they're actually good parents.
This is the best punishment for her right now. I'm surprised if this is the best thing for her because she's bouncing on it.
Sucks for us. I worked my off with you to keep this kid doing stuff normal like we did as kids, and this is the she does.
According to a statement from the Volusia County Sheriff's Office, 11-year-old Ava was charged with making a false police report concerning the use of a firearm in a violent manner, a felony, and misuse of 911, a misdemeanor. After being processed at the Family Resource Center, she was later transferred to the Volusia Regional Juvenile Detention Center in Daytona Beach, Florida, an experience she is unlikely to forget. We requested more information about her case from the Volusia County Juvenile Court, and they said nothing is releasable.
Damn, so they're keeping it safe. I wonder what happened, bro. I'm actually like curious if anybody knows about her case and stuff. I just want to see like where she is, if she got better, moved on and stuff. Like, you know, I want Ava to do good, bro. I don't want this to be a stain in her life and absolutely ruin it. I think she could actually really come back from this and have a great life and be successful, man. But hey, this is just a lesson to not do stupid shit, man. I know a lot of you guys that watch videos on YouTube are young and stuff, so take this as an example of to not do stupid shit, bro. Just stay in school, do what you got to do, listen to your parents, and just be a good kid, man. Like, don't do shit like this, all right? But thank you guys for supporting, bro. Love you guys, bro. Hope you guys have a great night, great day whenever you're watching this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.